Hello friends, today in this video I am going to show you how to create a bot using a drag and drop method. I created Chat GPT bot for writing articles for my blog or creating video articles that I will be using for my videos. Okay, so instead of using Chat GPT APIs that you already know, you have to pay $20 for a month and they give you some tokens. But rather, I thought of creating browser based software, and you can use the free version of Chat GPT to create and generate articles automatically. No matter how many articles you want to create, you can use this bot and use Chat GPT to create the content. Okay, without wasting too much time, I would like to show you the list of articles that I want, the topic articles that I want to generate with this Chat GPT bot that I created, and then I will you know show you the codes and commands that I use to get the results. Okay, this there are like 46 articles that I want to be generated with the bot. Instead of you know browser and writing these topics one by one in the Chat GPT, I created the bot, and bot will enter these topics one by one and save the data into my articles folder here. Okay, so let's run first. Before I start showing you the commands and codes that I use, I like to demonstrate you the bot, how this bot actually works. So let me hit this run button, and I think I have already created uh, just few seconds friends. Austria. Okay, I think I have created up to here, so I will be using this topic starting this. So this is there are two fields that I need to select the data file. This is the data file that I need to select by using this button, and here it is asking me to from where to start. The starting row for me would be like fifth one, so I press OK, and first have to stop and then run because I have that file opened. Now bot will automatically log me to Chat GPT, and if you haven't logged in earlier, you will see this message login to the Chat GPT website manually, and I need to click this button so that bot can take the control. Now bot is creating, in fact Chat GPT is creating article for Belarus 50 most visited places, and when Chat GPT stop writing the article, bot will automatically ask Chat GPT to continue with the above topic so that it can write at least 50 such places that we have in the article topic. So now it stopped at 16. Bot already typed the message that continue with the above or remaining topics, or we can say the city, state, place. That is the topic of my blog. And once it completed creating the article, it will save this article here in this folder, and the name of the file will be according to the name of the topic that I have in the Excel file. Okay, bot is still generating the article. It haven't reached the 50 mark, and once bot is having the control over the browser, you cannot do anything in this window. I don't know why, but scrolling of the text is stopped, but bot is working. I can see that. And once it completed 50 points, it will scrape and save the data into the text file, and it has already created the article, and will move to next topic in my file, and let's see what it have done. So you can see the whole article is now being saved in the text file, and bot is already moving to write the next topic. So let's see what is the next topic that we have. It is Belgium, the best places to visit in Belgium. It will write like 200 description of it. You can the how to write the prompt. You can use the prompt in the Excel file, and bot will do rest of the hard work that you would be doing with the browser or Chrome browser manually. It saves lot of time. Just add all the prompt that you want to generate articles for in the Excel sheet, and run the bot, and bot will automatically do the whole task for you. Okay, it so this is the demo of the bot that now I want to proceed with the next session of this video, where I will be showing the commands that I use for building this bot for Chat GPT article generation. So let's complete this article as well, and after that I will show you the commands and functions that I use for creating this bot. So I hope you will stay till the end of this video. This video can be very lengthy, but if you are new to Browser Automation Studio, I suggest you to watch this video without skipping, otherwise you won't be getting anything, and you will end up something not working. So I request you to stay with me till the end. And friends, if you do not know about browser automation, while the bot is generating the article, okay, I think it's like completing its. Okay, now I can stop. So I stop this, and we already got the article for Belgium as well. Here it is. So I show you the demo of the bot, how it works, and now let's move to the script that I use for creating this software for ChatGPT. And you can download the Browser Automation Studio freely. I have provided you the link, and in the description, of course. So here it is the backend of the software, Browser Automation Studio. If you are new and want to learn this, you can find the video where I teach every command of this software. So first we need to specify the project directory. Okay, let me take you to the resource that we will be using. This is the window where you set the resources for your software. Okay, so you just go create new resource. I type in like select the data file, the file having all the prompts and the topics for articles. And here we need to select the text from the file, because we will be using the file and read only, click next and click next, and you will see this option here. And starting row, of course, go to new, type starting row means suppose you run the bot and after some time you stop the bot and want to run again, but you would like to run from where you left, so this option becomes handy at that time. So starting row, next here instead of fixed string we will be using fixed integer. Next you can increase the values, maximum values anything, by default it is 100. Click next and done. Okay, so you will see these two resources here whenever you run the bot or start making changes to your bot. So first of all we need to select the file that have the input data for our file. Go and select it. I select this because this file have the article topics and starting row, and this time I will be using 7 because I have already created 2 articles. So I want both to start from the 7th row of the Excel file. Okay, and press OK. Now it will open the back end of this software. We will be using all the commands and functions. Okay, now I'm not creating a whole board from the scratch. I will be explaining each and every command. That will be easier for you to understand. You can match with the command that I have while you create your own board. Okay, first command that I use is the project directory. Project directory is the command that is used to specify the location where will the bot find the input files. Okay, the path to the project directory is the command. You don't have to give any variable name to this variable name. These are the variable names. You can leave it as it is and click OK. So it will become here. Now because I want to save the login credentials once I log into my bot using manual method. Okay, so I use to create a profile for me. Okay, so I go and search for create profile here. Okay, here you will see a command create or switch to regular profile. You click this and here you need to specify where you want to save the profile folder. Okay, so we want to save the profile folder into the bots folder where we will be having the bot exe file. So the project directory is our starting point, starting folder. So we click this. Okay, you click this and here you will find all the variables that bot or we have created. Okay, we click this and here we can see all the variables, and the project directory is the variable that we will be using. We want to save the profile into the project directory, and the name of the profile we want is profile 1 2 whatever you want, you can type it here. So what will happen when you log into the Chat GPT, it will save the login credentials under the profile folder so that you don't have to re-login every time. Right, we understood the point of creating profile here. Now we have to add the file content into the memory of the bot so that bot can use the data without any issues. So for that we will be using a command resource to list. We want to add the data of our Excel file, the topics of articles, into a list. So we will be using command resource to list. So resource to list. Okay, the command is here, resource to list. Click this and here you need to select the resource. Okay, whenever you click this, this will pop up, and here select the resource, and what is the resource where we are saving the Excel file. Here just select the data file. Okay, you click this, and here you need to specify a variable name so that you can identify easily what that variable is for. So in my board I type like data as list. Okay, so I click OK, and your resource to list command will be added to this section in the script recorder. Okay, so we have already specified the location of the files and folders. So we have created the profile, and we also loaded the file into the memory and add it as a list. Now next comes the load. Here you go and type load. This is the load or navigation command. You specify the URL. Here I specify the URL of the Chat GPT. Okay, so we go and click it, Chat GPT. It will load here. Okay, so because why it is asking me to log in, because I haven't run this command, the switch profile. So give me 1 second, so that I can run that command, so that I don't have to log in again. I click this. I'll be showing each and every command so that you also can create the bot on your own without paying anyone. Here run the command by one, and if you click this, this button will run all the commands. Okay, so I suggest you always use this option. It will run the command step by step, or you can select any command like this and click this button to run a particular command. So here I run this, it reopen that browser, and now bot is loading the profile. Okay, okay, and now we load the Chat GPT. As you can see, it is already logged in because we are in our profile where we have already saved our cookies and all those things. Take it, right? Sorry. Now when you run the bot for the first time, you will see this message. If you are not logged in, you have to log in manually and click this button to return the control to the bot. You click this button. Okay, now next thing, there is a command called call function. Okay, I have named the function of Chat GPT. After loading and successfully login, I want to run the Chat GPT function. Okay, now we can divide all our work into sections, smaller groups or sections you can call it. Okay, so I created a Chat GPT group here where I have few particular commands under this Chat GPT function, or you can call it function actually. Okay, so what I have in this Chat GPT function, I want bot to continuously work on my list that I provided in the Excel file. I have like 45 topics. I want to bot to use all those. So I using a for command. Okay, for, you type for here. For is a kind of a loop command, and here the starting value I want to start from the, remember in the resource we created a resource saying starting row. I want to start the loop with the number that I specify in the settings before starting the bot. Okay, starting row, and how long I want to run. I want to run like 100 times, so I type 100 and press OK. Here it will be like this. Okay, now let me run this command for you. Starting row, and then how many times I want to run? 200 times. Okay, these two codes or functions will be added to your script, and everything you have in these two will be under a loop. Okay, so every command has to go inside these two functions. So I close this, and okay, so we have set the loop command here, and here in the loop we want to pick the first row of our Excel file. Okay, sorry. So instead of first row, we'll be using the starting row. So we run one command, and then I want board to pick the first row. Okay, here if you click this bug, you will see the whole every resource or variable values here. So we have the data list file, the list bot have created using the resource to list command. I'm sorry friends. Okay, so we want bot to start picking from the 7th row, and 7th row is this Bulgaria. Okay, so we starting from the starting row, we have 7 there, so it will pick the 7th row. Here we need to specify a command or a function to pick the particular row from the list that we created. For that we use a command get element. Go and search get element. What is the variable of the list? The variable of the list was, what was the variable of the list? List data, I think. List as data is list. Okay, and what is the index number of the element we want to go? If you type like 5, it will pick the 5th row of the Excel sheet or the list, but we want it to use variable called index, cycle index. Okay, and here we need to specify the name for this variable, this particular variable, and I set it data list element. Okay, we can see our variable values here. Data list element is the variable name that I set for this command get element. Okay, so if I run this, it will pick that particular value from the list, right? This is the value Bulgaria I showed you earlier. Now next thing is we want to clean the text so that it can remove extra space or anything that this may have, because the same will be the name of our text file after Chat GPT has generated the article. So we use the command clean. Clean command is very useful to remove all the known characters or non useful things from your text string. Okay, so what will the string, or you can call what will be the variable we will be cleaning? The variable is the data list element. Okay, this is the variable that we want to clean. So select this by clicking it and selecting from the variable list. What is the variable? It was data list element. Data list element is the variable, and we want it to call as clean string. It's okay, I use it as variable, and if I run this, clean string value for the variable is now available, and you can see it has removed the extra column and semicolon, everything. Okay, we are now left with only the text. Good. Okay, now the main part comes here. Now we are going to code the Chat GPT where we will be typing our prompt. This is the prompt where we'll be typing our text. So I right click and I can see there are lots of options in this panel. Okay, so we want to type the text. You start typing and search. As you type, the search will show you the related command and click this. Now as you can see, it has already selected the element. Okay, the blue element is here and it is already selected. That means this we can use this as our element selector. But if you want to use any other method of selecting an element, then you can use this function and select if you want to use the CSS or the match or the XPath. I always use XPath because it is easy and accurate. So I have selected the code or the element for this text input field. Now what the text to be typed here? So again we need to select the variable that have our topic. Which one? The clean string is the name of the variable that have our string. So right click and select the variable. The name of the variable is clean string here, and we can reduce or increase the interval in milliseconds. I always type 0 so that it can type in one shot. Okay, if you type 1, it will type like humans. Okay, and also after typing I want it to press the enter button, so I use enter here and press OK. Your type text command will be like this. So let's run this command. Okay, before we run this command, if we want to clean whatever is written here earlier, then you can use the command clear edit. Right click and find clear, and this is a clear edit command. Okay, it automatically selected the XPath for this and press OK. You will see your command listed here. Okay, run this. Okay, done. Now type, and now it typed. It has typed and pressed the enter as well, and now it is generating the article. So let me close this. Okay, so this is how Chat GPT will start generating the article. Let's move to Chat GPT here. Okay, we typed this here. After this I have another call function. After typing this, I have another function, name it check working. I click this and I have lots of command here as well. So what this function will do, what this group, or you can call it, will do, it will check 10 times if the regenerated option is available here or not. Okay, if this chat, you can see. So what I did, I want to check the text box, text messages here, if they are available or not, or they are visible or not. Okay, so what I did, I use the command is exist. Use this command. Okay, and I am adding all these commands in the for loop. Okay, and I have value 0 to 10. That means whatever inside these this loop, it will run 10 times. Okay, right, we can increase the number of 10 to 100 also. Okay, now I put a command sleep here, so it can wait. Type sleep here and you will see sleep option here, and you can increase it like 5000 means 5 seconds, it's in milliseconds, and your sleep function will be here. After that I want to check if this button response, regenerate response is visible or available. So I right click and search for is exist. So is element exists, this is the element, it automatically selected, and I also want to check if it is visible on the screen or not, and then press ok. Okay, so it will see if this element is available. Then what will happen, the next command we will use if command. If the is exist command is exist, let's select the is exist command, or the variable is exist is the variable is equals to true, right? If it is true or it is available, then what happen, we also want to use else block as well for this if command. Okay, when you press ok, you will see the if command is there and else command will be there. Now if regenerate response is available, that means bot has completed the generating, sorry, chat gpt has generated the article completely. Okay, then we can use break. Okay, break will break the loop as soon as it sees this button becomes available, it will break the loop. Okay, otherwise it will see if continue generating option button here. Okay, again if it will check, I use command is exist again, and but this time I want to see if continue generating button is available or not. In chat gpt, when it stuck somewhere while creating the article and it thinks that the content is not yet completed, it gives a optional button that says continue generating. If that button is available, then what will happen, again we use if command. If exist is true, then click continue generating. Okay, once it is click that continue generating button, and the chat gpt will continue the generating article. Like I have asked the chat gpt to write 50 best places, and after 16 it stopped, but it gives me a button that says continue generating. So bot will click on that continue generating. After that, else if that button is not available, do nothing. Then I have a command sleep, and then this loop is completed. Okay, so this loop up to here will check like 10 times until it sees this button. Okay, now after that I have another command is this is available. If this button is available, I want to see if it is available. I have another command called function line counts. I go here, and this is the line counts. Line counts means these are the lines. Okay, one, this is the one topic, second, third, and fourth, and five. If they are 50, then bot will assume that chat gpt has completed writing 50 places for me. Okay, so what I did, I created a list. So to create a list, use command create list. Okay, create list, we need to give a variable to this, and I set line total list. Okay, and then I run 5 times using a for command. Want to run it 5 times to count the elements. Okay, to count the elements. Currently I let's click this and this, and if I can see there are 5 elements here, right? 1 2 3 4 5, right? Okay, then I want to add these 5 elements to the list. Okay, that we have line total list. So I click this and this. Now after that I set a variable line total as 0. Okay, set variable, you use the command like here, set variable. Now we again use the command for, and this time we are using 0 to 4.